Hello, welcome to Safe Travels. This episode is regarding Egypt. I was lucky enough to be able to visit Egypt. There's a couple good stories that I have about Egypt. There were standard travel tips apply, and you should learn a little bit of the language to get by. I left the hotel one day, and I stopped a cab. Taxi, they're all over. I said, do you speak English? No, of course not. Okay, fine. So the next cab driver comes on. I said, do you speak English? He says, yes. I said, okay, great. Let's go find Cairo Tower. And I probably could have walked there in like 20 minutes. But I took a cab. And so I said, we're driving around. 10 minutes goes by. He stops and asks for directions. Eventually we figure out it's Borg Cairo or whatever it is. And Borg means tower. So it's the Cairo Tower. Borg, something like that. And we spent another 10 minutes. He couldn't figure out how to get into it, to anywhere near it. So I said, look, just take me back where you picked me up, and we'll call it a day. I actually took a picture of the guy because it was just so funny. I gave him like $20 or whatever, and I moved on. I still never seen the Cairo Tower. The other one was, I got up one morning to go see the pyramids. So I go down the street, I grab a cab. I mean, why not? They're right there. And I say, pyramids. And the guy, pyramids. So we go across the river, the Nile or whatever it is. And so he pulls over on this street. And I'm looking around, and it's like, downtown area. There's commercial buildings. And I'm like, there's no pyramids here. I know a pyramid when I see it. And I look around, I say, what are you doing? He says, pyramids. I said, yeah, the pyramids. I'm looking, and then I notice there's a group of banks that are called the Pyramids, or Pyramid Bank or whatever. And so he thought I wanted to go to the bank. So I explained, no. Giza, pyramids, you can see them off in the distance. So it was just funny. But anyway, so I go out to the pyramids, and I'm walking along. I'm just taking photos. First, I'll tell you right now, the pyramids are big. They are. It's kind of cool. I think they get hyped more on TV and movies. So there's so much hype that it was actually a little underwhelming when I got there. To be honest with you, that's me. But when I got there, there's military or police officers on camels. And some of the police there, incredibly friendly people. The one actually offered to take a photo of me. So he was going to take a photo of me with the pyramids behind me, which was really cool. They understand what tourists, that a lot of their economy is based on tourism. It was weird. I was walking, all of a sudden this guy walks up to me, and he hands me some postcards. He says, "Oh, here, I don't need them. Here, take them." I said, "Oh, wow, that's nice, thanks." Right? So I'm walking, and the same guy kind of like, shoots by me. "Oh, hey, here, take this." I said, now, okay, me personally, first rule of everything is never take anybody from anything from anyone, because there's always something behind it. Always. Okay? I'm kind of a cynical guy, and I understand this theory. I don't even know. He did it so well. Eventually he comes back and I says, no, I give you this, I give you that. No money. Tip. You tip me. You give me tip. I said, I don't want this stuff. You take it back. He says, no, give me tip. And I apologize for doing a bad Arabic impression or whatever, but yeah. So I said, okay, I'll give you $1 or something. And I think all I had on was a $5 bill. And the crap, maybe it was worth a couple bucks. He said, no, you give me the 5. And we all started getting into it. And then an police officer on the camel comes up. He said, what's the problem here? Oh, no problem. And I'm like, nah, there's no change. I'll give him a couple bucks. I don't care. I think I eventually just gave him the 5. And I think he actually, we almost were going to go into the pyramid, and I think we were actually going to go fight. It's really not funny, but it's an interesting little story. But honestly, and then what else is going on? But honestly, some of the nicest people, some of those friendliest people I've ever met. I went to the museum. I had bought some little like statue at the pyramids. And then, another little trick for you here. If someone offers you a camel ride to like the fourth pyramid or something, you'll get led out into the desert. And they won't bring you back unless you pay them more. Sometimes when you get up on the camel, I didn't do the camel ride to it. I didn't have the money. I didn't have that much money. But when you get up on the camel, they won't let you come down unless you pay them more money. And it was actually funny because I was standing so far away, and I actually was able to watch people get worked like I did, and all these other things, because I knew about some of the tricks. But anyway, every city has people who do that stuff. Let's see, what else is there? The museums, I brought a little statue into the museum, and they actually thought like maybe I had stolen it from the museum. It was really weird. Like it was some antiquity or something. I guess maybe it could happen. I don't really know. But such cool stuff. One of the highlights of it is the museum in, I guess, downtown Cairo. Just incredible. But the people, awesome people. Very, very friendly. There was a shooting at the oldest mosque, or in the one part. A tourist bus actually did get shot at. Whatever. It doesn't bother me. But but I haven't heard of anything else. This was years ago. But really, if you get the opportunity to go, definitely go. I loved it. I can't really say anything else. The one I was actually walking to the museum to get film for my camera. I used to have one of the old 35 millimeters, and a cab driver said, "No, I'll give you a ride wherever I was going." And I said, "No, I'll take the subway." I was going to Coptic Cairo, Old Cairo, whatever, and to see the oldest church or whatever. And he says, "No, there's no electricity in the subway." And I said, "What?" He says, "No, subway's shut down. No subway." He just wanted me to pay him. Like, come on, really? But, so anyway, that's Egypt. Egypt is an incredible place. I was only there a few days. I didn't have a lot of money. I stayed in a little hotel at virtualtourist.com. Some woman had mentioned the place, and I stayed there. It was a shared bathroom in the hall. But it was relatively cheap, and it was great experience. Loved it. I recommend Cairo to anyone, and I'd be more than happy to go back anytime. So in Cairo, check out the Sphinx, the pyramids, the museum. You gotta see the museum, and take your time. Plan a couple days. Walk around the city. Don't be frightened when you see military personnel. They seem to be all over the place. Tanks. I think there was an armored carrier. But there are some scams out there. So be smart. Don't take gifts from strangers. I guess is a common one. And just enjoy it. Ancient city, just beautiful stuff, incredible stuff. Like I said, the museum just has an amazing amount of stuff. So that is my personal opinion of Cairo. Thank you. Safe travels.